Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shadow Empire. Wow, I completely forgot. Welcome back to Shadow Empire. We are playing as the Salic Federation. That happens at least once a recording session. Last episode, we began our war against Darkland on our way towards the City of Liberty. We found out just how good air actually is, and are hoping to use it against other forces. I'm hoping to use it against these animals so that we can keep kind of pushing further north with the bulk of our forces. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition or not. And then once we deal with these guys, we're going to relocate our air over here to try and knock out these guys. And for future campaigns against the religious fanatics. But yeah, that's the current plan. But we ended off with everything. We finished everything off before we ended last episode, so we're good to go to the next one. Oh, one thing we need to do. I just remembered. What we do need to do is replenish troops. We need to build out our reserves a bit. We got some armor. Just a bit. Spare armor there. I think that's everything we really need. Alright. Let's go to the next turn. Last episode, I spent most of the time just talking about, like, tabletop wargaming and, like, model making. What's currently on my hobby desk. And, like, what I plan on doing in the future with my hobby stuff. Like, what's up next. I did say I was working on, once I finish kind of this dozer and my paratroopers, I have a whole bunch of spare Napoleonic French that I want to work on. And that's actually quite a big project. I picked up a rule book not too long ago for Sharp Practice, which is like a skirmish, like they call it a large skirmish level Napoleonic game. So instead of it being like 10 characters on the field, you usually get like 60 per side or something like that. Like they operate in units. Like an infantry unit is it's like 8 troops per group, and it's anywhere between 2 to 4 or even 6 groups. So you can get a pretty big group going, or pretty big unit together of this. And it's fairly manageable. It's a lot more manageable than other Napoleonic games where you need like 200 figures. So I got like 2 boxes of 44 figures, so I've got 88 figures plus a box of those are both Perry boxes, and I also got a Warlord Games box that's 24 figs. So I've got like about 100 Napoleonic French right now, which I'm okay. I actually like. I think that's a good number. That gives me spares. I also need to pick up maybe some cavalry and some cannon. But that's going to be a large project. I even went as far as I've ordered bases with like Sabo bases Sabo bases. So basically what that is you get like a base, like the base is what you put the mini on. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to go really basic here. And for that many troops, or for moving troops and making them, making it a bit easier instead of moving each individual unit or individual mini, I am having each figure individually based, but then those bases go into a slotted base that's like pre-cut, so they fit in there perfectly. You may ask, why don't I just make like one big base? It's for flexibility, because some games require you to take, like a Sharp Practice requires you to take minis off as they die. Like you count casualties by taking minis off. Some don't. Like Black Powder doesn't require you to track casualties, stuff like that. So my plan is to use these Sabo bases and stuff that I've ordered, and I'm going to be making them. So I've got them made for, like, I'm ordering them for Sharp Practice. So they're 2 deep, 4 wide, is the current like setup, because a unit of 8. Or basically, a unit is made up of groups, and infantry groups are 8 troops. So you have 2 2 lines of 4. And if you have like a unit, you have anywhere from 2 to X number of groups together. That's kind of how it organizationally it works in this game. So that's my plan in the future. And that's going to be a long-term project. The overall goal is that I want to run Sharp Practice for my local game group. Now, we haven't met in a year, but that's because of COVID, and like most of the guys there are pretty old, so it's safer just to not do anything, just not have us meet, which sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, we are. But the plan is, with the guy that usually organizes it, is he has a crap load of Napoleonics. He has a crap load of French too, so I wouldn't have to get anything. I just have to make the scenario and want to go forward. But I don't know. I like having my own forces that I could have and then run. So that's that's a fun little thing. That's a long-term project. And I've got a lot of projects that I want to work on. There's also a modern combat or a modern warfare kind of setting one. I have I want to do like a Syrian civil war scenario, and I got to collect figures and stuff and vehicles for that, and like terrain for a board. Hey, I killed 200 there. Good. All right. Discovered a new tech, turboprop engine. By supercharging the airflow, we should be able to improve regular propeller engines. Hey! Operalization. Oh, so we got light armored corps, light armored brigade, and light armored army. Hey, here we go. Found hidden treasures. Okay, some metal. Machinery. Cool. Let us air attack you. And see if this works. We've got almost 1 plane per creature. Or 10 planes. Yeah, almost 1 plane per creature. There's 90 planes, 100 creatures. So we're the disparity between the two sides is fairly immense there. Let's see if we can knock these guys out. Actually, hold on. I want this to be fairly well planned. So them attacking us has led them to being super outnumbered in an attack. We've got 8,000 troops, 40 guns, 30 motorized units, 20 tanks against 100 of these salamanders. We just need to kill one. Come on. Alright. That's maybe they'll just kill themselves on our bayonets. That's also a possibility, I suppose. All right. I think they figured out where our main attack is going in through. Okay. When they're concentrated around Liberty, which isn't great. One thing we could do is actually just construct a new airfield down this far side. We're going to need it in the future anyways. We need to have airfields kind of spaced around in strategic locations, so that makes sense. So we put that there. How is... Okay, so you're actually at level 2, so that's good. I think we're going to reposition you over here. Okay. Okay, you don't have enough for that. Next turn, you can go ahead and start attacking these guys. We'll start mopping up these creatures. Would be nice. All right. Decisions. What do we got? Sure. Help out. We'll take your candidate. Managers want own mess. Yeah, arrange for a separate mess hall. That's fine. Operationalization. Let's pick up siege infantry. Don't have enough credits for that. Nothing for now. All right. It looks like the Marauders have kind of gone up north away from us. That's good. Okay. Well, let's go to the next turn and see what happens. I think we need to send some money to Brunsmark to increase our relations with them for right now. I definitely want them to not start viewing us as a potential target. Our artillery should help us clear out the city fairly quickly. Looks like these guys have stopped their advance for right now, which is good. Just realized we have a very central, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's kind of natural. We have a very centralized air system as well. We've got 3 airfields fairly close to the capital, and now we're putting a 4th one, so it's kind of, we're starting to create a ring. I wonder if we're just going to start concentric rings of airfields. Kind of wish we had that level bomber, that large level bomber with a 9 hex radius. Might even be able to reach all the way to Liberty with that. Helicopters have got to be useful. I mean, we have like full atmosphere. I was fairly certain. I mean, our gravity's not as much. Which, I mean, shouldn't that increase our... I guess, does that... I'm not sure the lifting principles of a low-gravity world are a lower than standard Earth G world. Like, how that would affect, like, lift. Like, how that, how that would work. Alright, they're pushing up north. Let them deal with the monsters. What was I talking about with the last turn? I was oh yeah, just mini wargaming. Next the long-term project after I get my paratroopers done for bolt action and this bulldozer done is going to be Napoleonic French for sharp practice, and I'm pulling out the stops for that. It's going to be interesting. We're going to see about that. I haven't done a lot of. I haven't done any Napoleonic stuff, so the uniforms are intimidating. Because I'm not worried. My group is fairly lax about. I mean, there's not a lot of button counters, like in the group, so I don't think they give a crap. So I don't have to worry about that. But I still like making sure things are accurate. So it's going to be a project. I guess the even longer term project, like this would be like a next year project, would be for sharp practice again, but Civil War, because sharp practice is good for a whole bunch of different eras, and one of them is the U.S. Civil War. And Perry makes a fairly robust line of plastics for the U.S. Civil War, and that would be those would be some fun armies to have. That's kind of what I want to do. I think we're almost done here. I think that was the non-aligned forces turn. Yep. And time of culture, 2 turns for it to go away. Quality of life is up. Good. Physical storage has been discovered. We got the big boy. The big boy's been researched. Okay. Got the rocket engine. Cool. Let's do an air attack. Oh, they're gone. Finally rooted them out of their nest. Air is a lot more effective when you're not dealing with absolute Godzilla-like monsters. We're to the point now where I'm actually going to need to start building out my my infrastructure so that we can continue to support these boys. Okay, now these guys. Air attack. Let's see how this goes. There's only 500 of them. Nope, there's more. Well, we're discovering how many there are. Killed one. That's good. Just keep that up. Your construction's finished. Can we just immediately start you on upgrading the next one to level 2 for our support aircraft? Alright, there we go. Okay, we're going to push through here with some ranged fire. Might even just... Alright, they surrendered. I don't think they did. Okay, so we softened them up. Right, that should be enough to knock them out. They're completely dead. Just immediately melted. Alright. Let's attack here. $46-1. Jesus. Alright, that's half of them dead. I'm thinking that these guys are just kind of pushovers. I'm starting to get the feeling that it wasn't the aircraft that are, like, super good. I think it was just that these guys are really bad. Alright. We just keep pushing them down south here. Relocate that air unit. Decision. Economic Council research objective. Physical storage. Physical storage is going to be your primary. Let's see. Yeah, turboprop engine. Get that one. Okay, unit design. Let's pick up a medium tank. Let's see. We have high velocity guns, so let's get an 88. Put in 50 mil, 100 mil steel plate. Heavy diesel. Orthodox Temple Order. Okay, can we give you money? I'm starting to get kind of worried. Yeah, let's give you money. Stratagem. We must have money to give it. Well, that's fine. We've got plenty of things to give. Like all this oil. And a crap load of food. As well as some machine parts. And rare metals. Okay. There we go. Now we got plenty to then go ahead and give you money, because we need to do that. Success, okay. Okay, that wasn't a lot. We may need to go ahead. I think we need to put up an embassy soon. Stuff like that. They got a motorized. Light motorized brigade. They got a motorized brigade. We could have a motorized brigade. Actually, I think we can. Got plenty. Raise. SHQ. We go for a brigade. Actually, totally could have a motorized brigade. We could have a light armor brigade, too, very soon. What are we missing? Just a few troops. That's it. So next turn, we could just build ourselves a motorized brigade. Which I think we might go ahead and do. That'll help with the pacification of the north. Pretty handedly, actually. I think that's what we will do. With that successful attack, do we get better odds against these creatures? A little bit. I think we're going to do a couple more air attacks to knock these guys down a peg or two. Might even go ahead and just relocate you there. That gives us a much better shot. Once we get down to like 100 or 200, we'll attack here. We pacify these guys. We can get this armed corp, and then we're pretty golden in the north. We just have a couple marauders and a couple bits of wildlife here and there. But it's not that bad. Okay. But looking at the time, we're going to have to end the episode there. So, thank you for joining me for this episode. If you'd like to, please leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, consider the subscribe button down below, as well as take a look at the description down below where I have links to my Discord and my Patreon page. I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye.